what's up? It's Michael. We're cooking node by node with gumloop just to get a sense of how these nodes actually work before we start connecting them. So we're going into core node. This is the third one in this series. So if we go down, we've got the categorizer node. Categorizer, using data to categorize data using AI into custom buckets defined with natural language description. We've got the cost per model, just like we've seen previously. You can add in information. You can add context to know what's up. Justification. Interesting. Use the AI's justification for its categorization. So I'm guessing that would give an output. Yep. So we can get the reasoning. That's actually really nice. That's super helpful for observability and evals and different categories. Nice. So it's also similar to the last one. We can actually do multiple categories here, which is great to see. We can change the model, which we've seen. And let's see what else we got. Temperature, cache response. Okay, pretty standard. So we've got categorizer. Had a roommate a while ago that loved this kind of like hand rolling thing for garlic. Let's test out some public reviews here. Let's go into the 5-star reviews. Let's just copy the first one in. First one in. Let's copy that in. And let's just do product reviews. Is it positive, neutral, or negative? Which we could do like 5. We could do like very positive, very negative, like the 5 stars. Let's actually do that. Is it very positive, positive, neutral, negative, or very negative? So the goal here is the AI doesn't know if someone rated it like that many stars. And so let's actually see if we can get like 5 stars for the 5-star ones, which would be very positive. This is a very quick test, and we'll see if it justifies it too. So in terms of category names, we've got very positive. This is optional, so we're going to try to one-shot this without any context. You could give it context. You could also probably give it rules too to make sure it's actually performing the way that you want to, based off of like what each one of these categories means. Which what a wild time where natural language processing and like sentiment analysis can just be done all with just a node like this. This is actually super interesting. And we're just going to one-shot this, see if we can begin to interpret this. We'll start with the quickest, cheapest model just to see, and then we'll change up models, see if it's any different. So for this one, remember, it's a 5-star review. Let's see what this categorizes it and why. The justification will be interesting. We got the 5-star, right? Very positive. Justification, the review is very enthusiastic. It's praising it. It's life-changing. Maybe this is a paid review. Sounds too good to be true. But this person likes it, and we're just letting that, we're running with that. So let's grab a 4-star review. Let's see if it actually can take the first one. And let's swap out the text it's looking at. Let's save this, and let's run it again. So ideally, this is now going to categorize it into a positive one. No guarantees. No way. Okay, we got it. Justification, this is mostly positive. Nice, and it explains it, right? So we've got balance, but it's leaning towards positive. That's pretty cool. Let's get to 3 stars. I feel like this one's going to be tricky. We're just taking the first one. We are one shot on everything just to get a sense of how this node works and how we might have to tweak it in the future if we wanted to predict ratings without being able to see what star. Negative. Okay, so this is an example where like this 3 also might not be fair for neutral because that's not how reviews work. Anything less than 4 stars is usually negative, but we have that. Let's see if we can actually switch this up. Cloud Sonnet 4, save this, and let's see if a smarter model might assume this is neutral, which again, this is a very subjective classification. Nope, still negative. Okay, so the smarter model doesn't change the sentiment, which is interesting to know. Let's try a few of these. Could also be interesting to run this too, just instead of saying positive or not, could say like 5-star, 4 stars, see if we could guess the stars. I don't know if that's as helpful. I feel like for categorization, sentiment is more helpful, where we can actually, stars can be subjective based off of that. Cool. Okay, so this one is also negative. Let's do one more in the 3-star category, which again, maybe 3 stars for most people is not actually neutral. It is actually that first bit in a negative because we're starting to complain for why it's not a 4 or 5th star. which is also understandable. Oh, interesting. Okay, third one is neutral, and let's see why. Why did you think this one is neutral? The review contains both positive and negative with concerns. It's a mixed sentiment. Okay, interesting. So neutral also might be the wrong word because it's not actually neutral. It's like, hey, I liked it. It's like, hey, there are things I like and don't like. So you might even want to like split this up. We could actually use the extract data, extract the positive sentiment, extract the negative statement, and then classify it. So we're already starting to think like how these nodes can come together. Let's test out the 2-star. This should definitely be negative. And we're just one-shotting these. We are not adding any rules. We're not even reading them. I couldn't turn it. Okay, negative. Very negative. 2 stars are going to get a very negative. Yep, and the functionality is just not there, which that would, in terms of a product, if you buy something and it doesn't work, that would be very negative, which again, if we wanted to increase or decrease the variability or like threshold for each one of these, we could probably even, we definitely could explain this, and we also could give it guardrails for what we want and don't want. I feel like that in the prompt from a few shot perspective would actually help. Right now we're just testing it out, so I don't have any specific things. We're just seeing what happens. Okay, this one's negative. It's really nice too that it quotes the justification, so we're getting some like highlights too, especially for the longer reviews. Let's just do some 1-star reviews. Let's see if we can get negative here. And based off of this, let's go back to small models. I'm assuming that small models work for these kinds of tasks, which who knows? We would have to get a data set to be able to learn more and see if it works or not. Okay, very negative. This is extremely critical negative, strong disappointment, poor customer service. Yeah, this person is mad. 1-star review. Okay, let's see what this one is. This one's interesting because it looks like it starts with something. Oh, we even had a frowny face at the end of that one. Okay, for this one, worked great the first time, broke to bits the second time. This is 1-star review because the person who would want a product to break after once. Let's see if it's negative or very negative. Negative, okay. Because it's initial satisfaction and then broken to bits. Let's see if we change this. Change this to a smarter model. Let's see if that second part of satisfaction gets us into very negative. Also negative. Okay, so good news is it's pretty consistent between the smarter models or the less smart models. And I think for this node, so we just mentioned, could actually add the text before to extract data, extract the positive sentiments, extract the negative sentiments, then actually categorize them. Could even imagine a node after this. This is based off the classification, like recommend suggestions. So if everyone's complaining that the handle broke, probably should fix the handle. All right, that's it for the AI categorizer node. Stay tuned for the next one.